Ever wondered what a company's real plan for the future looks like? Not the marketing stuff, but the actual playbook. Well, today we're going to peek behind the curtain. We've got our hands on a real tech company's pitch deck, and we are going to pull it apart to find the universal strategy for growth that's kind of hiding in plain sight. At the end of the day, it really comes down to this one question. A company can have an amazing product, a brilliant team, but without a clear map of where it's going, it's just drifting. The answer, as we're about to see, is all about having a solid, concrete strategy for what comes next. So to really get our case study, we first have to understand the world they're operating in. Think of it like a high-stakes race. And every single business, from the tiny corner store to the huge multinational corporation, is in it. But here's the thing. This buzzword, digital transformation, it isn't just about buying new software or getting a slick website. It's way deeper than that. It's a fundamental rewiring of how a company works, how it connects with customers, and how it delivers value in a world that, let's be honest, changes by the minute. It's pretty much adapt or get left in the dust. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to be looking at a company called Horizon Star. Now, we're not here to be sold anything. Think of us as detectives. We're looking at their internal playbook to understand how a company that's right in the middle of this digital race actually plans to win. So this is their mission statement, right? This is their North Star. They see themselves as guides helping other businesses navigate that really complex and, let's face it, often intimidating journey of tech evolution. This pitch deck isn't just for their clients. It's the map for their own future. All right, before we jump into their future plans, which is the really juicy stuff, we need to get a grip on what they're doing right now. The language can get a little corporate, so let's just break it down into what they actually do. So it really boils down to three main things. First, you've got projects. That just means a client has a unique problem and they build a one-of-a-kind solution. Simple. Second, IT consulting. Think of them as strategic tech advisors. And third, software. Basically, they build custom apps for other companies. That's it. Talk is one thing, but the proof is always in the pudding, right? Or in this case, the projects. This slide here shows off their portfolio, so let's just pull out a few examples to see what they're all about. So first step, healthcare. They built a virtual hospital platform. This thing connects doctors and patients online. This isn't just some small-time app. It shows they're not afraid to tackle huge, real-world problems in a super critical industry. Then, they completely switch gears and jump into real estate. They built this platform to make super complex property lease management stuff simple for investment firms. And what this shows is their versatility, right? Their ability to apply their skills to very different, very specific business needs. And to round you out, hospitality. They've got a system that manages the entire hotel guest experience. The big takeaway from these examples? It's their range. They are definitely not a one-trick pony. They're a really versatile tech problem solver. So here's how they build their pitch on this foundation. It's smart. Step one is basically, look, we've done this before and we're really good at it. Step two is our people are pros, they know what they're doing. And step three is, hey, we're a global company and that gives us an edge. It's just a really clear, logical argument. Okay, so we've got a good handle on what they do now and why people hire them. But this is where it gets really interesting. Now we're going to see how all of that builds into their plan for the future. This is the blueprint. And this is the million-dollar question for any company that's found some success, right? Standing still is just not an option. You absolutely have to have a plan for what's next. So, what's their plan? How did they decide where to put their chips? Well, the answer is hiding inside this classic business framework. Now, it might sound a little, business school textbooky, but the Ansoff Matrix is an incredibly powerful tool that real companies use all the time to map out their future. It's like their secret recipe for growth. And boom, here it is. This one slide from their private deck lays out their entire vision for the future. I know, it looks a little complicated at first glance, but it's actually a beautifully simple way to think about growth. So let's break it down together. So here's the magic behind it. The whole grid is built on just two simple questions. One, are we selling new stuff or our old stuff? And two, are we selling to our current customers or are we trying to find new ones? The answers give you four totally different strategies, and each one comes with a different level of risk. So if we look at the horizontal axis, the left to right, we can see their plan in action. On one side, they want to double down on what they already do well, like selling more of their HR platforms. But on the other side, they're planning to build completely new things, like diving headfirst into AI and cybersecurity. Okay, now let's look at it from top to bottom, the vertical axis. They're planning to keep serving the customers they already have, for sure. But they've also got their eyes on brand new territory. They're looking to expand into totally different service areas like cloud platforms and data hosting. And this is what's so brilliant about it. It shows the balance they're trying to strike. They've got their safe bets, right? Selling more of what they know. But they're also making some pretty high-risk, high-reward plays. I mean, look at that bottom right corner of their plan. IoT, smart cities, blockchain. These aren't small moves. These are big, bold bets on the future. So after pulling apart this entire pitch deck, from their basic services all the way to their secret strategy document, what's the one big lesson here that we can all take away from this? The key takeaway is this: that four-box grid we just looked at, it is not just some dusty old theory. It's a living, breathing blueprint that real companies like Horizon Star are using right now to make huge decisions, to balance risk, and to chart a course into a really uncertain future. And that leaves us with one final thought. This framework, it applies to any business, big, small, maybe even your own career. Are you playing it safe, just trying to get deeper into your existing market? Or are you taking a big risk and trying to diversify into something totally new? It's a powerful question to ask yourself. So where would you place your bet?